1. Prague, the enchanted capital. Prague, known as the city of 100 spires, is not just the crown jewel of Czechia, it's one of the most magical capitals in Europe. At the heart of the city lies the old town square, where cobblestone streets radiate outward like veins from a medieval heart, pulsating with centuries of history. The astronomical clock, installed in 1410, still performs a mechanical show every hour, drawing crowds who gaze up as the apostles parade, above a skeleton ringing a bell, a memento mori that reminds visitors of time's fleeting nature. Wander across the Charles Bridge at dawn, when the Gothic statues emerge from the morning mist, and you're transported back in time. The majestic Prague Castle complex, dominating the skyline from atop Hrkany Hill, is the largest ancient castle in the world. Its interiors, from St. Vitus Cathedral's kaleidoscopic stained glass windows to the regal halls of the old royal palace, offer glimpses into the lives of kings, saints, and emperors. Below, the winding lanes of Malá lesser town, echo with Baroque beauty and secret gardens, while the modern districts pulse with Bohemian creativity, from Kafka museums to street art in Žižkov. Add to this world-class beer, romantic riverside dining, and a nightlife that mixes elegance and edge, and you begin to see why Prague is not just a place to visit, it's a place to feel. 2. Český Krumlov, a fairytale in the south. Tucked into a curve of the Vltava River, Český Krumlov looks like it was plucked from the pages of a Brothers Grimm story. The town's Renaissance and Baroque facades rise in pastel rose, around winding lanes that seem designed for wandering aimlessly. But it's the castle that steals the breath, a massive complex perched on a rocky outcrop. Its round tower painted with fantastical frescoes visible from nearly every point in the city. A tour of the interior reveals lavish chambers, a preserved Baroque theater, and panoramic views from the tower that stretch over red-tiled roofs and verdant hills beyond. Český Krumlov is more than just a pretty face. It's a cultural powerhouse with a vibrant art scene, especially in summer, when the five-petaled rose festival transforms the city into a living medieval jousting village. Processions and fire shows, rafting the river under stone bridges, enjoying a cold pilsner by the water, or attending a concert in the castle gardens provides immersive experiences that make visitors linger longer than planned. It's a timeless place where modern life slows down, and every corner whispers old-world charm. 3. Karlovy Vary, the spa city of elegance. A symphony of neoclassical colonnades, steaming mineral springs, and ornate Belle Epoque buildings. Karlovy Vary is Czechia's most famous spa town, and a pilgrimage site for wellness seekers for centuries. Founded by Charles IV in the 14th century, the town grew around its curative hot springs, which still bubble up today in elaborately constructed pavilions, and colonnades like the Mill Colonnade and the Market Colonnade. Take a porcelain spa cup and sip the warm, mineral-rich waters as you stroll along the Tepla River. Watch steam rise through the grates in the streets, and feel the tranquil pace of a town built for relaxation. Luxurious hotels and spas, many of them historic landmarks in their own right, offer everything from traditional thermal baths to modern wellness therapies. The International Film Festival, held annually, turns the town into a mini Cannes, with red carpets, screenings, and celebrity sightings. The town is also famed for its delicate glassware Moser, herbal liqueur Bekrovka, and scenic funicular that ascends to the Diana Observation Tower for sweeping views of the valley. In Karlovy Vary, healing, elegance, and cinematic splendor blend into a uniquely Czech experience of rejuvenation and refinement. 4. Kutnahora, Gothic glory and bone-chilling beauty. Once a rival to Prague in wealth and prestige thanks to its silver mines, Kutnahora is now a quiet town echoing with the power and piety of its medieval past. Its crown jewel is the Cathedral of St. Barbara, an architectural marvel of soaring Gothic arches and flying buttresses dedicated to the patron saint of miners. Intricate stained glass, vaults shaped like inverted crowns, and panoramic views over the town make it one of the most beautiful cathedrals in Europe. But the real legend of Kutnahora lies beneath, at the Sedlic Ossuary. This small chapel, adorned with the bones of over 40,000 people, is one of the world's most macabre, yet awe-inspiring places. Bone chandeliers, skull garlands, and a coat of arms fashioned from femur serve as chilling reminders of mortality and spiritual transcendence. It's art made from death, and curiously, it's oddly peaceful. Wandering the town, visitors will find charming cafes, old mint buildings, mining museums, and cobbled alleys that speak of a once mighty city's rise and fall. It's a UNESCO World Heritage Site for good reason, a place where Gothic beauty and ghostly silence intertwine. 5. Brno, the modernist heartbeat of Moravia. Brno, Czechia's second-largest city and the capital of Moravia, offers a completely different rhythm than Prague. It's edgier, younger, and more experimental, especially in architecture and gastronomy. The functionalist masterpiece Villa Tugendhat, designed by Ludwig Mies van der Rohe in the 1920s, is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, and a must-see for design lovers. With its open-plan living, onyx walls, and retractable glass facades, it's a stunning forerunner of modernist design. The historic center is lively with student energy, thanks to several universities. The Spilberg Castle, once a dreaded prison, now offers beautiful views and historical insight. Beneath the city, the Brno ossuary and the eerie Capuchin crypt reveal a subterranean world of preserved mummies and mass graves, a perfect contrast to the buzzing cafes and sleek bars above. Brno's food and drink scene is one of the country's best, with microbreweries, stylish restaurants, and wine bars showcasing the Moravian wine culture. Quirky sculptures, techno clubs, and post-communist art installations make Brno a city for the curious traveler, someone looking beyond the postcard perfection for a slice of living, breathing Czechia. 6. Telk, the painted jewel of the highlands. Imagine a town square so perfectly preserved, so vividly colored, that it looks like a stage set rather than a real place. That's Telk. Nestled in the Bohemian Moravian highlands, the UNESCO-listed main square is lined with Renaissance and Baroque townhouses, each painted in different pastel hues, many of them with ornate gables and arcades. Their reflections shimmer in the surrounding ponds, adding to the town's dreamlike appearance. Telk Castle, once a Gothic fortress, was rebuilt into a lavish Renaissance residence with Italian-style arcades and lush interiors, including a hall of mirrors and meticulously decorated chambers. The castle park and adjoining lake invite serene walks and paddle boat rides. Though small in size, Telk captures the essence of small-town Czech charm. It's the kind of place where time moves slowly, and visitors are free to soak in the history and beauty without the rush of crowds. A half-day visit often turns into a full weekend escape. 7. Olamuk, the Baroque soul of Central Moravia. Often referred to as the mini Prague, Olamuk is a city that few tourists visit, but those who do are richly rewarded. Once the capital of Moravia, it's home to a stunning array of churches, palaces, and fountains that rival anything in the capital. The centerpiece is the Holy Trinity Column, a UNESCO-listed Baroque monument towering in the main square, surrounded by Renaissance buildings and medieval towers. The city's ecclesiastical history is deep. St. Wenceslas Cathedral, with its spires piercing the sky, sits next to the Archbishop's Palace. While the university town buzzes with youthful energy, the Olamuk astronomical clock, redesigned in the socialist realist style, offers a quirky contrast to Prague's more famous timepiece. Olamuk is also a gastronomic hub, famous for its tangy local cheese Olamuk Twaruski, vibrant cafes, and traditional Moravian wine. It's a place of hidden grandeur, where every church dome, cobbled street, and garden seems to whisper stories from a forgotten golden age. 8. Bohemian Switzerland National Park, Nature's Stone Cathedral. For lovers of the outdoors, Bohemian Switzerland offers one of the most striking natural landscapes in Europe. Located near the German border, this national park is a fairytale of towering sandstone cliffs, deep pine forests, and the iconic Pravchika Gate, the largest natural sandstone arch in Europe, resembling a giant stone bridge from a fantasy novel. Hiking here is a spiritual experience. Trails wind through gorges, up stone staircases, and along panoramic ridgelines that offer breathtaking views. One of the highlights is a boat ride through the narrow gorges of the Kamenis River, where moss-covered walls and dripping springs create an almost Jurassic ambience. This region is best explored slowly, with time for sunrise hikes, picnic lunches, and pauses to breathe in the pure forest air. Villages like Krensko offer charming lodges and traditional Czech meals, grounding you after days immersed in the primal beauty of this natural cathedral. 9. Třeboň, the town of lakes and wellness. In the South Bohemian region, the peaceful spa town of Třeboň is surrounded by a web of man-made lakes, designed centuries ago for fish farming and now offering one of the most tranquil retreats in the country. The town itself, with a Renaissance chateau, cobbled squares, and pastel facades, is charming, but it's the water that defines its character. The Trebonsko Lake District is perfect for cycling, boating, and birdwatching. The lakes, dikes, and forests offer a flat, scenic landscape that appeals to nature lovers and those looking for quiet reflection. Try the local carp, a regional delicacy, especially around Christmas, or unwind in the town's spa centers known for peat and mud treatments. Třeboň offers a slower, restorative experience, a place where the sounds of lapping water and rustling reeds replace the buzz of the city. 10. Pilsen, The birthplace of Pilsner, Pilsen, in western Bohemia, gave the world Pilsner beer, and for that alone, it deserves pilgrimage status for any beer lover. The Pilsner Urquell Brewery, founded in 1842, is a living museum and temple to the golden lager that changed brewing forever. Touring the brewery, including its historic underground cellars and copper kettles, ends with an unfiltered, unpasteurized pint straight from the barrel, a drink as pure as history itself. But Pilsen is more than beer. The city's Gothic cathedral St. Bartholomew has the tallest church tower in the country, and from its peak you can see the symmetry of the city below. Renaissance town halls, World War II memorials, and a surprisingly modern cultural scene make Pilsen a dynamic place, where heritage and invention ferment side by side.